County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Sports and Streaming on AO Live. And this evening we have for you Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League action between the visiting Martello Buccaneers and the hometown Fundy Thunder. Before we go any further in our introductions, we must take a moment to acknowledge that the Pictou County Wellness Center, the entire community of Pictou County, and the entire region covered by the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League, which includes not only Nova Scotia, but New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island as well, all lie within the ancestral and unceded territory of Mi'kmaq. Should be an entertaining game for us here this evening between the Bucs and the Thunder. Martello Buccaneers coming in with a bit of an interesting situation right now in that they have played a lot fewer games than everybody else in the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League. In fact, they have played half as many games as some other teams, slightly closer to a few others, but less than half against the team that has played the most games so far this season, the Voyageurs, who've played 15 games so far, while the Martello Buccaneers have played only 7. So the Bucs will have a much heavier end of their schedule, as their schedule has been a little bit slow getting started in comparison. And while the Bucs have only played 7 games, they only have 1 win under their belt in those first 7 games, with a record of a record of 1-6 so far on the season, a goal differential of 19 goals scored, so a little less than 3 goals a game, and 31 goals given up, so a little less than a little more than 4 goals against per game so far for the Martello Buccaneers. When you compare that to the team that is directly ahead of them in the standings, the Cape Breton Jets, the Bucs are 3 points behind them with 7 games in hand. The Bucs are 4 points behind the Cabot Highlanders with 8 points behind the Cabot Highlanders with 4 games in hand. So you look at the fact that the Bucs are in 8th place in the Nova Scotia division of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League, but based on goal differential compared to the Jets in front of them, and based on games they have in hand on the Highlanders in front of them, they are not necessarily an 8th place team in this division and a 12th place team overall in the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League. So this has the potential of being a bit of a trap game on the Thunder. The Thunder, if they come into this not looking completely focused on this game, this is the kind of situation where a slip could happen. So the Thunder have to be aware of the fact that the Bucs are only in last because of how few games they've played in comparison. You look at the Fundy Thunder's record, they're sitting right around the 500 mark. 6 wins and 6 losses through 12 games, although one of those losses did come in overtime. So their record really sits at 6-5-1. Their goal differential right around even. 33 goals scored, 34 goals given up. So you're looking at a little under 3 goals scored per game, a little under 3 goals given up per game, pretty much right around 500. So that's when you get to having 12 games played, you can sort of look and say, okay, this is where the Thunder are. They're around a 500 hockey team. The Bucs, yes, they're 1-6, but like I said, compared to all of the teams in front of them, they have fewer games played. So until we get a little bit closer on that games played scenario, you don't want to necessarily dismiss the Buccaneers as a last place team because the stats can be a bit deceiving at this point. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders for this game. And now this is based on who was taking first reps in warm-ups. This is not officially the starting goaltenders for this game, but this is who we think. AO.live. Yeah, it's on both teams' Facebook pages and both teams' Twitter pages. Sorry, all right, so again, based on what we saw in warm-ups as to who was taking first reps, Ryland Surrett appears to be the starting goaltender for the Thunder. He's played in 7 of the 12 games, achieved a decision in 6 of them, a 6-6 record. His goals against average right now sits at 2.5 or 2.89, and his save percentage is .883. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it was Callum DeWolf who took first reps, and DeWolf comes in to this game with a record of 1-3 in 4 games played, a goals against average of 4.43, my apologies, and an .874 save percentage. And now we'll send things downstairs for some pregame introductions, although I think we have to wait until our officials get out here as well. So while we're waiting for that to happen, in the meantime, I will mention who I see out there as the starters. It looks like it's going to be Paris on the back end for the Thunder, along with Ryan McDonald, and the starting forward line of Eisner, Thorne, and McLennan. And for the Bucs, lined up on their blue line, it's Aiden Langell, along with Mason Harlow, Cole Rogers, Will Ludi, and the captain, Dylan McCavery, as the starting 5 in front of their goaltenders. And it is indeed Surrett and DeWolf who are out on the ice. And now we'll send things downstairs for some other pregame introductions. All right, that takes care of all of our pregame introductions. All that's left to do now is get the puck dropped and get this game underway here at the Wellness Center tonight. It's Buccaneers and Thunder coming to you live from here in Pictou County, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming here on AO Live. Still waiting to get confirmation on rosters as I'm just running through here looking real quickly. Okay. I believe Aiden Broderick and Carter Myra not dressed tonight for the Buccaneers. As I look down their bench, I do not see either of them down there on the bench. As we are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. Thunder get the puck into the Buccaneer zone. It's played over to McAvoy. McAvoy. Can't read my own writing. McAvoy. There we go. Changed it got it clearer on my sheet. Now a lead pass intended for Ludi. Ludi will chase the puck down, but Surratt comes out of his net. It comes right in front of the net and cleared away from that dangerous spot by Caden Paris. Nobody in white was there, but Paris still had to be sharp as that puck was in the net, or in the crease, and Surratt was off to the side after a bit of an awkward bounce. Puck is played ahead to McLennan. He gets it up to Eisner. Eisner able to clear the zone. Puck is then stolen by McKay. McKay will take it back into his own zone. Pass across intended for Murphy. Murphy plays it up the wall. It's knocked down there, sent back in, and Murphy will pick up again for the Bucs. He'll play it off the end boards. McKay picks up. He'll use the wall to get it down as far as the Thunder blue line, picked up there by Ryland Patrickin. Patrickin gets it ahead to Cogger. And we get the puck played off of a player on one of the benches, I do believe. So just running through the lineups here just to make sure on the scratches. Yes, it is just Broderick and Myra who are scratched for the Bucs. And we'll try and running through here real quick. It doesn't appear that there are any scratches in the Thunder lineup tonight. Indeed, there are not, so they are fully stocked with their players. As the puck is picked up and sent out to center ice there by Patrickin, picked up at his own blue line by Cowper of the Bucs. He's able to get the pass ahead to McClellan, and McClellan will send it down into the Thunder zone. Just over 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Patrickin below his own goal line. Left it for Uloth. Uloth able to play it ahead to Cogger. Cogger will get it out to center ice. Uloth trying to settle the bouncing puck. Still trying to get it to settle as he and Cowper battle for it. Now Burchill will come over, play it off the wall. Pugsley is there to gather it in for the Thunder. Gets it over to Uloth. Uloth returns it to Pugsley. Pugsley looking to come out to the front. He can't, but it's played to O'Neill, and the puck just slides underneath his stick as O'Neill was in great shooting position, but couldn't quite take that pass cleanly. Now nearly a turnover as O'Neill was right there to intercept that pass, but again, it just bounced off of his stick. A couple of chances for O'Neill here within seconds of coming onto the ice for his shift, but couldn't quite get the puck to sit for him either time. Now Ludi works it down into the corner, tied up by Vandenberg. Vandenberg able to play it off the boards. Daly will pick it up, try to get a pass ahead intended for White. That's broken up. Now Vandenberg looks to get it to O'Neill, but Ludi intercepts that, goes back behind the net. Now White back on it again. He pokes it ahead, intended for Daly. It comes back to White. White again gets it to Daly. Now Daly can't find it in his feet. It's Sims for the Bucs, but it's taken away from him by Anderson. Now Daly plays it off the wall and down into the Bucs zone, picked up by Langell. Langell avoids a hit. Lost the puck momentarily to Daly, but won it back and then dumped it down into the Thunder zone. Settled behind the net to be picked up there by McClellan. Or my apologies, that was 18 Anderson, not 19 McClellan. Or McLennan, rather. Now the puck out to center ice. McAvoy back to pick up. McAvoy, the captain of the Bucs, working his way ahead. Gains the red line, dumps the puck in. He and Yusevovich leading the forecheck. McCauley gets on it for the Thunder, plays it off the wall. McCauley able to get it back. Now he plays it out to center. Having to return back into his own zone is Dwaron. Hayden Dwaron. Lead pass, broken up by Yusevovich. And I should mention, I've been practicing that name prior to the start of the game. I'm originally from Western Canada, where Yusevovich wouldn't be all that uncommon of a name. But if I am saying it incorrectly, please do send me a correction, and I will tell you how to get a message to me coming when we get a stoppage in play here. But I don't intend to mispronounce anybody's name. Here's McKay with it. McKay being chased by McCauley. McCauley takes McKay into the boards. Now McKay picks it back up behind his own net, plays it around for Lotherington. Lotherington off the boards, and a big hit taken there by Roach, and then Roach takes a second hit, unintentional, as he was trying to stand up. Dwaron unintentionally caught Roach in the head with his knee as he was skating by. Roach just happened to stand up right into into where Dwaron was going. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as he took that knee to the head and certainly did not look good afterwards. Here's Dwaron, speaking of him, gaining the red line. He'll head off for a change as we played 5.5 minutes. And have we had a whistle yet? I don't think we have. No, there has not been a whistle yet in this game. We've played 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Oh, yes, we had the one where the puck went up into the bench. Yes, we've had one whistle in now almost 6 full minutes of play. But here comes Uloth, working against Cowper. Uloth cutting to the outside. Cowper able to force him all the way behind the net. Uloth looking to get it to the front. He can't. And the puck comes up the wall. Ludi looking to clear the zone. He does. But it's picked up immediately by McLennan, who backs the puck up and quickly sent up the other way into the Bucs zone. Cowper back to get it there for the Martello Buccaneers. His clearing pass knocked down by Uloth into the front. High slot, and Eisner's shot ends up going just wide of the net. Eisner looking low corner, but puts it wide. Pass for Ludi goes off of his skate. Puck ends up on Reynolds' stick. He gets it into the zone. Patrickin will back up with it now. Take it behind the net, being chased down by Reynolds. Reverses his field as he sets the puck to Wyatt McDonald. He'll get it out to Pugsley. Sent down the ice, and stopping right at the crease there, Callum DeWolf sets the puck up. Thunder in, forechecking hard again. Here's Cowper working his way out. He'll get the pass across to the far side of the ice and in across the blue line. Centering pass just out of the reach of the intended target of Warrington. Now Cowper at the line, trying to get away from the pressure of Cogger. Played down the boards, back up top. Sims looking to come to the middle of the ice, loses control of the puck, knocks his man down, but then the puck is cleared out as it goes off of the stick of Anderson. Anderson. Now backing up with it, there was Vandenberg. Puck played out to center. Rogers gathers it in there. He'll back it up. And it'll be McAvoy getting it ahead to Langell. Langell working up the right wing, has the puck knocked off his stick by Vandenberg. Following up is Roach. Back on it is Langell. Now it's taken from him by Vandenberg, and Vandenberg will use the wall to try and get the puck around McAvoy. Rogers able to back up McAvoy, though. Takes it down into the corner. Cogger steals it from him there. Rogers able to steal it back. Now off the wall. Langell tried to get it past Vandenberg. He's able to knock that puck down. And we've now gone 8 minutes with just a single whistle in this game. Langell coming in and gets a shot away. That's steered aside by Surrett. Just the second shot in this game. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game here as the puck is touched. And it's going to go against the Fundy Thunder. And interference is the indication as Anderson took his man down away from the puck. So with 11:45 left to go in the first period, we get just our second whistle of the game. And this one is for a penalty. And we can tell you that the Martello Buccaneers so far this season, their power play sits 9th in the 12-team Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League at 12.2%. coming up against the second best power play in the entire league. 93.6% penalty kill efficiency for the Fundy Thunder so far this season. And we have a little bit of a delay as the Thunder do not normally play on this sheet of ice. So the guys down there in the booth are working with a clock that they do not normally work with. And if you've never worked in a hockey arena in the penalty box, just about every clock is slightly different. So for these guys, they're learning this machine as they go. So there may be a few hiccups along the way. Let me be clear. I've done this job in a number of rinks, not only here in Nova Scotia, but in throughout Alberta in the early 2000s. I would go from tournament to tournament across the province. That was my job, was as a PA announcer. I would be hired out by tournaments to come in, do PA, and run their clocks. So I know what it's like to have to deal with learning a new clock. It's not easy. So I have nothing but respect for those guys down there and the job that they're trying to do. Yes, they had a little trouble getting that penalty on the board, but they got it figured out. It should be a little easier next time. But right now, here's Lotherington with the puck. He'll play it back to McAvoy across to the near side for Rogers. Rogers' shot gets through. And the save made by Surrett, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 59 seconds left to go in the penalty. 10:44 remaining here in period number 1. And both teams make changes as we're pretty much dead on the midway point of this special team situation. So a chance for fresh penalty killers and a fresh power play unit to get out there. Patrickin ties the puck up along the boards after the draw. He's surrounded by 3 Bucs. Murphy ends up with the puck, gets it to Harlow. Harlow not able to get a shot away as he's tied up by Wyatt McDonald. And you'll notice if you're a fan of the Bucs and maybe don't know the Thunder roster, I will be referring to Wyatt McDonald by full name as well as Ryan McDonald, as there are 2 players with the same surname on the Thunder. Both of them are defensemen. So I will be referring to both of those guys by full name to help differentiate them as the evening goes on. Puck goes off of Ludy's stick and sent back into the Bucs zone. Murphy back to get it now. 12 seconds left to go in the penalty. Here's Murphy with the puck now. Working his way up the right wing side, in across the blue line, trying to get away from McLennan. Still holding on to the puck, takes it all the way to the corner. Then tries to make a pass behind the net, but that's intercepted by Patrickin. Sent down the ice. And then Anderson on his horse, getting down there to get some pressure as we are back to 5-on-5. Now Murphy takes a bump from Daly. McCauley in helping forecheck as well, but the puck comes away to Ludy and he'll bring it out to center. Ludy loses his footing as he trips on the stick of Anderson. Anderson doing a good job to make sure that he let it be known that he had no intent there. The pass does not connect with Dawson McCauley. Instead, it goes all the way through onto Callum DeWolf, and DeWolf will cover up and hang on for a face-off. 9 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the first period. Bucs now 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. As I'm actually going to keep track here. This is our 4th stoppage in play this period. Pass intercepted by, that is Ryan McDonald. Now McCauley trying to get a shot off. That gets blocked. Ryan McDonald chases the puck back down again. Plays it around Dwaron below the goal line. Can't make a connection with his man. Warrington will get the puck up. Now plays it across to Cowper. Back across to the far side. And carrying it ahead is Burchell. Burchell fires it off the end boards. Vandenberg chops at it. He'll get it to the line and out as Cowper couldn't quite get there in time. Across for Burchell. Burchell goes to dump it back in. It's knocked down by McCauley. Dwaron trying to clear the zone. He couldn't. McCauley does get the puck out. It's knocked back in, then back out again. Langell gathers up on his own side of center. He backs the puck up to Cowper. Cowper circles to get away from the pressure of Dwaron. Now plays it back across to the far side. Cross-ice pass. Vandenberg got a piece of it, but it bounces off of him and ends up on the stick of Yusevich. Langell with the shot, and it goes off the blocker of Surrett, way up over the glass and out of play. and we'll get our 5th stoppage of the first period. And now I'll actually have a chance to tell you if I am getting any of these names wrong and you want to be able to get a hold of us. Here's how you can do so. There are 3 different ways. First off, go to Facebook, facebook.com, and search for Petter Sports and Streaming, where the and is an ampersand, not the word and. And you can send us a message on our Facebook page there. You can also reach us through X. Go to x.com, search for Petter PC_sports. That's Petter, as in my last name, Michael Petter, PC_sports on X. Or you can reach us through mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. Go to mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. Go to the section marked All Other Levels of Hockey, and you'll see a thread there that is labeled NSU16AAA Fundy Thunder Game Day Streams. I post information on each of our game day streams there, and as the game is going on, if you want to reply and share your thoughts as you're watching the game, you're more than welcome to do so there. So again, Facebook, X, or MJAHL Network, and I will keep an eye on all 3 of those throughout the course of the game and reply to your comments, questions, concerns, whatever the case may be. Puck goes down into the Bucs zone. Back on it there is the captain, McAvoy. McAvoy plays it around to the near side. Roach tried to back it up to his defenseman. It goes off and out to center. Yusevovich can't maintain it. Now Pugsley will pick up. He fires a sharp angle shot, and the save made by DeWolf, and he'll hang on for a face-off with 7:23 left to go here in the first period. And if my wife is watching, it looks like I may get home a little earlier than expected tonight, the way we've had some long strings without any whistles. It has been a very fast-moving first period, which we're okay with that. It usually means a highly entertaining game, and that is certainly what we've had through this first 12 minutes and 46 seconds. Faceoff will stay inside the Bucs zone after the puck goes up and out of play. And it's going to be Uloth in taking this draw against Harlow. Off of the face-off, Uloth able to win it back to the line to Patrickin. Patrickin gets it across to Wyatt McDonald. His shot gets through, and another save made there by Callum DeWolf, and he'll hang on for another face-off. 7:06 now remaining in the period. 5-3 the shots in favor of the Martello Buccaneers. Bucs got, I believe it was 2 of their 5 shots on that power play that they had. They had the first 4 shots of the game. And so the Bucs have given up 3 of the last 4 in the 8 shots that have been delivered on target so far this evening. Murphy plays it up the wall, picked up by Ludi. Here comes Ludi working his way up the wing. Ludi sends it down to the end boards. Harlow will get to it below the goal line. He gets taken into the wall by Wyatt McDonald. Now Harlow on it again. He'll play it into the near corner. We're going to get a penalty away from the puck as Wyatt McDonald took down Harlow. And we're going to get another interference penalty. And the Buccaneers will go to the power play for the second time here tonight. 6:37 remaining in this first period as the Bucs get their second power play of the game. And obviously with the score still sitting at 0-0, the Bucs are 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Harlow in to take this draw against Uloth. Harlow wins it back to the line. Rogers not able to snare it, and it goes out to center ice. Rogers all the way back into his own zone. Lead pass for Harlow. Harlow will bring it in across the blue line. Harlow taking it down towards the corner, takes a bump from McLennan, and that allows the puck to leave his stick and end up on the stick of Uloth, who fires it down the ice. 25 seconds gone in the penalty. Rogers with it now. Takes it behind the net. Passes ahead to McAvoy. McAvoy's pass intercepted by Uloth. Uloth trying to work himself into some space where he can kill even more time and maybe get a shot away. His shot goes off a leg into the end boards. Now Rogers will play it around to McAvoy. McAvoy gets the puck ahead. And coming through center, Harlow. He'll dump it in. It rings around the boards all the way to the near side. Roach waiting for it there, but he loses it to Vandenberg. And Vandenberg will send it down the ice as we reach the midway point of this penalty. Lotherington back Puck behind his own net, being shadowed by Eisner. Gets the puck over to McAvoy. McAvoy working up the left side of the ice, in through center, across the line. Stops at the hash marks, plays it off the wall, back to McKay at the line. McKay back down to McAvoy. For Lotherington in the high slot, stepping in, gets a shot away and scores! Lotherington allowed to step around one man, come in to that dangerous spot just inside the face-off circle, and fire it top corner. And so the Bucs strike first with the goal here this evening on the power play at 14:46. And for Lotherington, that's his first goal, second point of the season. And we'll get you confirmation of that here in a moment, including the assists, as soon as we get the announcement of the goal. Here's Ludi with the puck. He fires a shot. That goes off a leg to the near boards. Ludi trying to get away from some pressure. Ludi loses his footing. Langell going after it. He can't get on the puck. And Rylan McDonald plays it around to the near side. Or sorry, that was White. My apologies. Now the puck on the stick of Paris. He'll get it out to center. Intercepted there by McKay. McKay being watched by O'Neill. McKay backs up with the puck. So it is Hayden Lotherington with the goal. Aiden Langell and Dylan McAvoy get the assists. And again for Lotherington, that's his first goal, second point of this Nova Scotia under-16 AAA season. Here's Warrington with a shot. And Surrett with the kick save. Another chance for Sims. And Surrett had to be sharp on that one as the puck goes out down the length of the ice. Cowper going back to get it. Daly pressuring as well as O'Neill. Cowper able to get away from them. Gets the puck up to Reynolds. Reynolds avoids a hit, then plays it off the wall and out to center. Daly coming back. Has Sims all over him. Sims able to create the turnover. And Daly takes Sims down, and we're going to get another penalty against the Thunder here. That's 3 straight calls going against the Fundy Thunder in the first 16 minutes and 29 seconds of this hockey game. And with the Martello Buccaneers scoring on one of their first 2 power plays, they now get a third chance at it. And it will be Harlow taking the draw against Uloth. I feel like I've said that a few times already in this game. Draws one back to Rogers. He'll play it back or over to the far side for McAvoy. Comes to McClellan, and he just couldn't quite get the puck to settle. If he could, he had a wide open net to shoot at. McClellan across to the far side. McAvoy picks it up off the wall. Gives to Rogers. Rogers along the top of the zone, coming towards the top of the circle. Plays it down to McClellan. Pass back for Rogers, intercepted by Uloth. He gets it over. Now here comes a chance for Pugsley, but a great job on the back check there by McClellan as he back checked hard and denied Pugsley from getting a good shot away. Now Pugsley will take the puck out to center ice, goes to dump it back in, puts it right onto the stick of McAvoy, who will carry it through center and across the line. McAvoy then has the puck roll off his stick, but it goes right to McClellan, his shot, and it's kicked into the corner. McClellan collides with Patrick in there. Yusevovich also in there. Puck played around to the far side. And Wyatt McDonald able to launch it down the ice. 54 seconds left to go in the power play. 2:22 remaining in this first period, with the Bucs leading it by a score of 1-0. Pass hops over the stick of Roach. Sent up the other way. Here comes McLennan. McLennan with a backhander. Didn't get much on that as Murphy was there all over him. Now Murphy will pick up the puck below the goal line. 30 seconds left in the Buck power play. And Murphy continues to work his way ahead. He'll play the puck back to McKay across to the near side for Ludi. Ludi plays it down the wall, but Vandenberg there to intercept that. He'll send it out to center ice and into the Buccaneer zone. 10 seconds left to go in the Buck man advantage. Murphy with the puck. Gives to McKay. McKay takes a look. Now up to Murphy. That goes off of his skate. Picked up by Vandenberg. He'll play it ahead. Down into the Buccaneer zone. We're back to 5-on-5 as the Thunder look to work the puck down the left wing side. Not able to get very far with that. Now back up to the point. Vandenberg doesn't get much on that shot, and McKay will clear it away before it gets all the way through to the goaltender, Callum DeWolf. Down into the Thunder zone, into the final minute of the first period. Thorne takes it behind his own net. Now he'll start to work his way up the left side. Henry Thorne across the blue line. Thorne looking to go across the top of the crease with that pass, but McClellan not quite able to get there in time to, or McLennan rather, not able to get there in time to receive that pass. Now Vandenberg, his pass ahead intended for Dwaron, just a little bit out of his reach. Delayed offside against the Thunder, and that will give a little bit of time for Burchill to get the puck ahead. He'll send it down the ice. Comes off the end boards, and Vandenberg gets there just ahead of Reynolds. So we'll get an icing with 23.4 seconds left to go here in this first period. Shots on goal, 9-3 in favor of the Bucs, in large part due to the fact that they have had 3 power plays in this opening 20-minute frame, while the Fundy Thunder have yet to acquire a man advantage. Puck played out to center. Caden Paris being pressured. Tried to get a pass to Thorne, but Burchill got his stick in the way, and the puck ends up going over the glass and into the penalty box. And I also know what that's like when you got a puck flying at you, and you're also supposed to try and press a button to stop the clock. And that clock down there in particular, I will tell you, the stop button does not always respond. You can press it 3 or 4 times before it actually stops, especially when you're also trying to avoid a puck that's flying towards you. So, again, I have nothing but respect for those guys down there in the booth. It is not an easy job. And, again, they're also working in a booth that they probably haven't worked with a lot before. As the first period comes to an end, final shots in the period end up just as they were a couple seconds ago, 9-3 in favor of the Martello Buccaneers over the hometown Fundy Thunder. And just the one goal in that period, it came on the power play for the Bucs, one of their 3 power plays resulting in a goal, and the goal for Hayden Lotherington, his first goal, second point of the season, assisted by Aiden Langell and Dylan McAvoy. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the second period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia under 16 AAA Hockey League action. That's a mouthful and a half. Here on Petter Sports and streaming through AO Live. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second period. First off, I have to send a big shout out and a thank you to Glenn Gillard. And I know, Glenn, you've sent us kind words before, and I hope I'm saying your name right. And Glenn, the check's in the mail. Glenn giving us a shout out on Twitter, so we're giving Glenn a shout out as well. Thank you so much for the kind words. Cheering on his nephew, Ryan McDonald, one of the two McDonalds on defense for the Thunder, cheering all the way from Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Well, we are so happy that you have chosen to spend part of your Friday evening here with us, Glenn, and everyone else who's watching, wherever you're tuning in from. We really do appreciate having you along for the ride, because if you guys weren't there watching, we wouldn't have a job to do. So Stephen, my cameraman, and I are both so appreciative of everybody who tunes into our games, whether it's the Fundy Thunder, whether it's when we're doing games with the Northern Subway Selects of the Maritime Major Female Hockey League, the U18 girls, or whatever tournaments we end up covering, whatever level it ends up being at. We're always so happy to be able to bring the great sport of hockey to all of you watching wherever you're tuning in from. Sometimes I have to pinch myself that, you know, how I spend my evenings and weekends is going to the rink, watching hockey, and getting to talk about the hockey that I watch. Like, it's the ultimate dream for me. When I was a kid growing up, I'm going to get a little personal here for a minute. When I was a kid growing up, I was like all those other kids. I'm sure there were a bunch of us who, you know, we'd be listening to Dick Irvin for part of the game on Saturday night, but then we'd turn Dick Irvin off and do the play-by-play ourselves. And you know, I grew up on Dick Irvin and on Bob Cole and on all those guys, and Bob McFarlane, and as the puck bounces in. And I'm just so honored to be able to consider that I'm doing the same thing that they did, nowhere near the same level, but, and I mean my skill level as compared to theirs. I'm not talking about the level of hockey, because the level of hockey here is great. McLennan trying to get the puck to his stick, not quite able to do so. Langell will bring it the other way for the Bucs. Langell cuts to the outside against Anderson, brings the puck to the front of the net. Couldn't really get much of a shot away, but now Ludi does get a shot off, and that goes just wide of the net. Puck comes to Warrington. Warrington trying to get it back down the corner. That's broken up by Paris. Now Paris back on it a second time. Plays it high off the glass, down the ice it'll go, and just has enough for icing. The draw weight there for Paris, just through to the back of the forefoot, to use a curling analogy there. Just a little bit too heavy on that clearing attempt, and so it results in an icing call against the Thunder. Puck comes around to the near side. Yusevovich not quite able to get a stick on it. It comes all the way out to center. Murphy back to pick up in his own zone. Thunder able to get all three of their forwards changed. The defense are still out there. Yusevovich on the puck. Now he plays it down the wall to Lotherington. He scored the goal back in the first period. Return pass to Lotherington, hops over his stick. Warrington takes a big hit into the boards, and Carter Anderson is going to take his second penalty of the game on that one. And now the question is, the referees are going to talk this over. Are they going to call it boarding, or are they going to call it a hit from behind? How are they going to how are they going to assess this call? Because that is going to have a big impact on this game moving forward, and they are going to call it boarding. So Carter Anderson goes off for boarding, and the Bucs get their fourth power play of the game. And while the Thunder are 2 for 3 killing penalties, they are trailing in this game 1-0 because of the penalty that one of the penalties that they took in the first period. Pass intended for Roach, but Roach had lost his footing. Patrick unable to get it most of the way down the ice. Sims knocks that puck down. Now Rogers being chased by Pugsley. Rogers will take it behind the net, come out the near side, and get the pass over for Roach. We mentioned Roach in the first period took a knee to the side of the head after he had taken a check along the boards. An inadvertent knee. Let me reiterate that part of it. And I think Roach may have missed one shift, but certainly doesn't look the worse for wear there. So that's certainly good news for the Bucs. Rogers with the puck now. He's under some pressure, able to get away from it as he was able to get past Daly. Gets the puck down the ice. He'll head off for a change as we pass the midway point of the penalty. And puck sent out down the ice by McCauley. McKay back to get it. He'll give it to Murphy on the near side. Murphy to Roach. Roach will carry through center, in across the blue line. Has it knocked off his stick. McClellan there to pick it up. Gives it right back to Roach. Roach returns it to McClellan. Now McKay back to McClellan. Near side for Murphy. Murphy steps in. Shot blocked by Patrickin. Murphy gets it back. Looking back door to Roach. And Roach not quite able to connect on that one. Great opportunity there for the Bucs on their power play. But the pass from Murphy to Roach just doesn't quite connect. Now here's Harlow with the puck. 7 seconds left in the penalty. He'll get it over. Far side. There's a shot. Surrett the save. Murphy gets it down to Harlow. Harlow takes a bump from Patrickin. And now out of the penalty box is Anderson. Trying to spring him was Daly, but Murphy gets in the way of that pass. Anderson trying to catch the D napping as he came out of the penalty box, but couldn't quite get the pass through was Ethan Daly, as a great play by Murphy to recognize where the passing lane was. Now Ludi can't get by Paris. Ludi, second attempt, flips it over Paris's head. Wyatt McDonald will pick it up there. Plays around to the near side. McDonald comes over and gets it himself after White and Langell were battling for it. Now it comes up the wall to the line. Poked ahead by Cowper. Off the end boards, comes to the near corner. Wyatt McDonald will get to it first. Plays it off the wall and sent out to center by White. Cowper backing up with the puck. Still backing up. And now O'Neill creates the turnover. O'Neill sets it up to White. White gets a shot away. Misses the net. Comes off the end boards all the way to Langell. He runs head on into the steam truck that is Hayden Dwaron. And now Dwaron with the puck. Pass ahead for White, but Burchell's right there to help break that up. Now White will play it around the boards. He'll head off on a change as Cowper gets to the puck. Thunder continue to try to lead the physical play in this game, and we're going to get another interference penalty. And this one's going to go against Hayden Dwaron. So 5 straight penalties now taken by the Fundy Thunder. 3 of them interference penalties, 1 boarding and 1 hooking. And the score remains 1-0 for the Martello Buccaneers. And again, the lone goal was on that one of those previous 4 special team situations. Here's Sims with the shot. And I think that may have hit iron. Rogers with it now. Down towards Warrington. And he couldn't control it, and it's sent out to center. Rogers sends it back in. Surrett thought about leaving his net to go play it, but stayed in. And the Thunder are able to send it down the length of the ice. Passed from the crease by DeWolf, picked up there by Rogers. He'll get it ahead. Warrington gets a piece of that puck. Now race to get to it. Getting there first was Anderson. He'll play it around to the far side. Lotherington gives to Yusevovic. Yusevovic with a shot. And that one's just off target. Comes up the boards all the way to Sims at the line. Sims uses the wall to get it to Warrington. Warrington plays it towards the net. Vandenberg there to knock that one down. Plays it off the board. Sims holds it in at the line. 52 seconds left to go in the power play. Sims trying to come away from the wall. Fires a backhand shot. That goes wide around the boards up to Rogers at the line. He plays it back down to Lotherington. Lotherington tied up on the wall as they try to work the puck free. Vandenberg now looking to tie it up a little more to kill a little bit more time. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Puck comes free. And it's fired around the wall to the near side. Uloth able to get it the rest of the way down the ice. Uloth chasing after it. Out of his net to play it is DeWolf. He sets it to Rogers. Rogers working his way up. Now he'll come through center. Across the blue line. Rogers to the far circle. Turns and fires a shot. And Surrett makes the save and hangs on. 5 seconds left in the man advantage for the Martello Buccaneers. And again, their 5th power play of the game. And one thing that the coaching staff of the Buccaneers has to be wary of as the puck comes to the front of the net. I'll finish this thought at the next whistle. Puck comes around to the near side. Cogger going after it, tries to get it past Murphy. He's not able to do so. Now it's worked out to center. Dwaron able to pick up the puck. Looking to get it up to Thorne. He does. Thorne will play it off the far wall. McKay gathers it in there for the Bucs. Plays it off the boards to Harlow. Harlow uses the wall to try and get around Patrickin. Now has Wyatt McDonald on him. Coming in to help out is Ludi. Ludi will take it into the near corner. Trying to get away from Thorne. Now back to the line. McKay with a shot. Kick save made by Surrett. Around to the near side. As the Thunder attempt to clear. Langell looking for Ludi, and what a save by Ryland Surrett. That might be his best save of this evening so far. And a timely save at that to keep it just a 1-0 game. Now Roach with the puck in the corner. Roach being watched by Wyatt McDonald. Angel in there as well. Finally the puck comes free with Thorne. He'll get it to the line and out. Murphy flips it right back in again. Surrett has that hop past him off the end boards. Patrickin will play it out to center. McKay gets to the puck first. Has Pugsley watching him. Now Thorne will pick it up just outside the blue line and bring it back in, and that's going to be an offside against the Thunder. 11:31 left to go here in the second period. To finish that thought that I started, the Buccaneer coaching staff has to be very cognizant of the fact that they have gotten 5 straight power plays to start this game. And you would think that they are telling their bench right now, look, guys, referees aren't supposed to look for even-up calls, but in their subconscious, referees are human beings. You got to think that they're going to start, they're going to be tempted, just human nature being what it is, to possibly try and find the next one against the guys in white. So the Bucs are going to have to be very aware of the fact that they have gotten 5 straight power plays and the streak can't continue for too much longer in that regard. Paris fans on a shot attempt. And I don't want anybody thinking I'm disrespecting the referees in any way. They're human beings. It's human nature to say, okay, we've called 5 penalties against one team. The next one, there's Jusevovic with a shot. Jusevovic then steals the puck from Vandenberg. Daly takes a hit, and there we go. That's going to be a knee-on-knee penalty, so they're going to call kneeing. And the Fundy Thunder will go to their first power play of the night, and it will be a 4-minute power play with 11:09 left to go in the period. And I was not trying to manifest that to happen. I just, as somebody who's followed the game of hockey for as long as I have, you know what the tendencies are, you know what the trends are. And so the writing was on the wall. The Thunder with a 17.2% power play efficiency. That's 5th best out of the 12 teams in the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League. And it's going against a penalty kill that sits 10th in the league at just 77.3% penalty kill efficiency. So a big chance here for the Thunder if they can take advantage of this 4-minute power play to try and even up the score. Vandenberg with the puck, takes it all the way around, finishes his first lap of the zone, now gets the pass over to McLennan. McLennan's shot, save made by DeWolf. Now McCauley with it. He'll play it back to Vandenberg. Vandenberg protects that was not Vandenberg. That was McLennan, who then got it to Vandenberg. Vandenberg tried to play it into the slot. Now here comes a chance coming the other way for Lotherington. And Lotherington puts it off of the post. Hayden Lotherington, with his first goal of the season in the first period on the power play, nearly gets his second of the season and second of the night shorthanded as he put that one off of iron. 2:45 left to go here in the double minor. As the Buccaneers calling for an icing there, they're not going to get one. Paris holds the puck at the line, brings it all the way down the board, sends it behind the net. McKay will tie it up there. Paris knocks him off of the puck. Now Paris will play it back to Eisner at the line. Eisner gets it across to the far side for McLennan. McLennan plays it into the near corner. There's Paris with a sharp angle shot. That goes off the far wall. Played down the boards for Cogger. Cogger will let Thorne take it instead. Thorne taking a look. 2:03 left to go in the double minor. There's a shot deflected right on. It was actually deflected off the stick of a Buccaneer defender. But DeWolf stays right on it and concentrates and makes the save, hanging on with 1:58 left to go in the double minor. As we see the Thunder getting pressure on this power play, certainly. Here's Paris with the puck. He'll play it across to Dwaron. Dwaron with a shot. Cogger a deflection. It goes to the end boards. Uloth gives to Pugsley. Pugsley steps in, gets a shot away. And I don't know how that was seen by Callum DeWolf. I had pretty much a direct line of sight where I'm sitting between the shooter, myself to the shooter, to DeWolf, to the back of the net is pretty much a straight line. And I can tell you I could barely see DeWolf, so I don't know how he saw that shot. But a great save made by Callum DeWolf with that traffic in front of him. Paris across for Dwaron. Dwaron steps in, and I think that shot may have gone off of Burchill before getting all the way to DeWolf. And the Bucs are able to take advantage and fire it down the ice. 80 seconds left in the double minor. Paris gets away from the pressure of Yusevovich. Paris uses the wall to get the puck around Burchill, takes it all the way behind the net, has it knocked off his stick by Rogers, and Rogers will use the wall to send a rolling puck all the way down the ice into the final minute of the double minor. And now Langell gets taken down by Dwaron, and we're going to get a boarding call. And the Fundy Thunder coaching staff have the exact same question that I have, and they get a bench minor as well for asking the same question that I was about to ask, which is the referee who was right there 7 or 8 feet away from the call, or from the hit, did not call the penalty, but the referee who was about 110 feet away from the contact did call it. And so the Thunder will get a unsportsmanlike bench minor for asking that same question that I'm now asking. Is so a 2-minute boarding penalty taken by Hayden Dwaron and a bench minor being served by Jackson White. So it's going to be 4-on-3 for the Buccaneers for 55 seconds. Then it will become 5-on-3 with these penalties coming at 8:04. So the Thunder are now technically 0 for 2 on the power play, as a double minor counts as 2 power plays, or at least in every stats equation that I've ever seen, a double minor is 2 power plays. And the Bucs are on their 6th power play. And when it becomes a 5-on-3, it will become the 7th. Technically the 6th and 7th running kind of concurrently right now. There's a shot. Nice block there by Vandenberg. Vandenberg able to recover enough to get the puck to McLennan. Then Vandenberg ends up knocking McLennan down inadvertently. takes advantage, though, and gets the puck in onto DeWolf and gets a shot away. 8 seconds left in the 4-on-3. And then it will become a 5-on-3. As coming out of the penalty box, there was Cole Cowper. Excuse me. Again, I can't read my own writing. McKay to McAvoy. 52 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Back to McKay. Returns to McAvoy, top of the zone. Far side to McClellan, back to McAvoy. McAvoy shot, gets through, goes off of Surrette's blocker to the end boards. Now McClellan behind the net to Roach. Back to McClellan in the corner. Back to Roach down below. Tries to come out, gets a wraparound attempt. Second attempt, scores! Lachlan Roach. As the power play strikes for a second time, and the score becomes 2-0 for the Martello Buccaneers with 6:28 left to go in the second period. And for Roach, that is his second goal, 4th point of the season. So now the Bucs are 2 for 6 on the power play, and now their 7th power play with 24 seconds left in it. Off of the draw, O'Neill will play the puck back to Anderson. Anderson gets it ahead. Ludi knocks it down. He had to wait for Lotherington to get back on side. Lotherington scored the goal in the first period. And the goal by Roach. Actually, they give credit on that goal to Seamus McKay. I thought it was Roach who finished it off. But it's Seamus McKay who gets the goal. Dylan McAvoy and Will Ludi get the assist. Roach doesn't even end up with a point on that. I know Roach was involved in the scoring play somehow as the penalty comes to an end. So we may end up seeing that get changed later on, but for now, Seamus McKay will be credited with his second goal and 4th point of the season on the power play. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was Roach who actually scored that, but they give McKay credit for it. Offside against the Buccaneers with 5:24 left to go here in the period. And the story of this game continues to be the special teams of the Buccaneers. 2 for 7 on the power play and 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, as McCauley and Birchill getting into it behind the play. And McCauley's going to be the only one to get a penalty out of this? No, he's taking Birchill as well. Okay. Or is he taking Birchill as well? Yes, okay. So coincidental penalties here with 5:07 left. Birchill for roughing and McCauley for roughing. These penalties with 5:07 left on the clock. So the face-off will be just outside the Buck blue line, and the play will remain 5-on-5. Dumped down into the Buck zone. McKay tries to play it up the wall. That gets knocked down by Eisner. Now there's a shot by Thorne. And that goes over the bar. McLennan tries to bump Warrington off the puck. It comes to Eisner. He gets it out front for Thorne. And there's a nice save made by DeWolf from in close. Harlow now coming the other way. Harlow coming to the net, and Surrett able to stick out the toe and make the save as Harlow tried to wait out the goalie. But Rylan Surrett able to wait out Harlow instead and make the save. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the second period. 2-0 for the Buccaneers, both of their goals coming on the power play. Murphy takes a bump down below the goal line. Paris trying to get away from Reynolds. Plays it up the wall to Eisner. Eisner looking to set it to Thorne. Thorne nearly lost it, then wins it back. Now Thorne coming in across the line has Eisner with him. Harlow knocks the puck away from Thorne and sends it past Paris. Paris did get a piece of it, and McClellan goes in. He and Vandenberg into the corner. They both go down. And we're going to get a penalty against the Buccaneers for holding. So what will technically be the third power play of the night for the Fundy Thunder will come as Isaac McClellan goes off for holding. 3:42 left to go here in the second period. The coincidental penalties still have 35 seconds left, and then of course they have to wait for a whistle before those players can leave the penalty box. Here's Paris stepping in, getting a shot away, save made, rebound comes to Patrick, and his shot goes wide. Paris not able to keep it in the zone as Jusevovic is right there. Jusevovic gets the puck to Roach. Roach steps in, shoots, and scores! And that one definitely will be Lachlan Roach's goal. Scored shorthanded. Steven Jusevovic should get the only assist on that goal. And it is now 3-0 for the Bucs. And again, all of the scoring still coming on special teams, but now 2 on the power play and 1 shorthanded for the visitors from down in the eastern part of the HRM area. Here's O'Neill across to Vandenberg. There's a shot that goes off of Rogers into the end boards, comes to Pugsley in the near corner. 1:15 left to go in the penalty. Pugsley skates it up to the top of the zone, gives to O'Neill. His shot, save made, steered to the corner. Puck comes to the front of the net. There's a chance for Uloth, but the puck is taken off of his stick. Now O'Neill with a shot. And the save made again by Callum DeWolf. Okay, they announced it as Roach from Rogers. It was not Roach from Rogers. It was Roach from Jusevovic. So, and again, unfortunately, from up here, it's sometimes easier to see because you're looking at it from an outside eye. You're not right in close and maybe having your view partially obstructed or whatnot. But, and unfortunately, I have no way to send a message down to the booth to say to them, hey, that assist should go to this guy instead of that guy. Not that and let me be clear, I never want to take away points from a player who deserves the points. Okay, if I'm ever talking about an assist that should go one way, it's not because I want to take it away from a guy. It's I want to make sure that the right guy who deserves it gets it. Here's Eisner with the puck. There's a shot. Save made. Puck is loose in front. And kicking it just a little bit too far was McCauley. Now it's played off the glass out to center ice. Patrickin knocks it down, and as he touches the puck again, the puck was played with a high stick, and so we'll get a stoppage with 14 seconds left in the penalty and 1:56 remaining here in period number 2. And during the second intermission, I'm just noticing that the camera is on a little bit of an odd slant. We will get that slant corrected during the intermission. Sometimes when the camera has been sitting on the tripod for a while, sometimes the tripod just shifts just a little bit. So we'll, even if you look at it closely pre-game and try and set it as it moves back and forth throughout the course of the game, it ends up being a little bit off. We are back to 5-on-5 now. And we will get the camera back square in the intermission. Here's McLennan trying to get the puck through. Now looking to get the puck out of the zone is Reynolds. It does come out. Patrickin has to back up with it, and Harlow in there pressuring him. Patrickin able to get the pass ahead, and now White will deflect it down. He gets taken to the end boards by Murphy. White able to win the puck, though. McKay ties him up. White works himself free, comes into the near side corner. Sending it back down to Eisner. Eisner gives to Daly. Daly will take it out into the far corner. Trying to make a centering pass. Puck is knocked down by Harlow and sent out to center ice with 45 seconds left in the second period. McKay avoids a hit from Daly, then plays the puck off the glass to the line. Patrickin holds it in, then tries to go cross ice with the pass, but it ends up coming out to center. White dumps it back in. DeWolf out of his net plays it to McKay, who gives to Murphy. Murphy sends it up the near wall, and it gets to the line and out. Warrington now gives to Harlow, and we're going to get another penalty. And tripping is the indication, and it looks like it's going to be White who goes off. With 17.4 seconds left in this second period. And so this will be power play number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bucs 2 for 7 with the man advantage at this point. And if there is no goal in this next 10 seconds, that penalty will carry over into the third period. Here's McAvoy stepping in. His shot blocked by Pugsley, and that'll be played out to center, and that will do it for the second period. Shots on goal in the second. The Thunder actually end up just barely getting outshot 14-13. The two-period total is 23-16 in favor of the Bucs. But just 2 goals in that period, both of them on special teams. Seamus McKay gets credited with his second of the season. Although, like I said, I believed Roach was the one who actually scored that goal. And then Lachlan Roach gets officially his second goal of the season. But again, I thought it was his second goal of the game, but that is neither here nor there for now. We may see that get changed later. So again, Seamus McKay and Lachlan Roach with the 2 goals. McKay's coming on the power play. Roach is coming shorthanded. And the Bucs carry a 3-0 lead into the third period. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the start of the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under 16 AAA Hockey League action here on Petter Sports and streaming through AO Live from the Pictou County Wellness Center in beautiful Pictou County, Nova Scotia. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period here, where the story of this game, you can tell the entire story with 2 words. Those 2 words, special and teams. That really sums up this whole game. 3-0 for the Martello Buccaneers. 2 power play goals, 1 shorthanded goal. Bucs have taken 8 minutes in penalties, while the Thunder have taken 18. And all of that in the form of minors and double minors. 1 double minor for the Bucs and 2 minors. 9 minors against the Thunder, and just 1 set of coincidental penalties out of that, all of that. So when you work that all out, that means the Buccaneers, including the power play that they have right now for another minute and 43 seconds to start this third period, have 8 power plays so far tonight. 16 minutes of power, actually not a full 16 minutes because some of that was 5-on-3. There was some time, actually no, and because they scored some power play goals, some of those power plays shorter time. So they've had well over half a period of power play time through the first 2 periods, whereas the Thunder have had just under 6 minutes of power play time. Here's Ludi with the puck. He fires a shot, and that's iron for the 3rd time for the Bucs tonight. And you think about this. If not for the iron, this scoreline would be even more one-sided. Or okay, they changed. All right, they changed the 3rd goal to add an assist to Yusevovich. So Rogers' assist stays, but they added an assist to Yusevovich on the shorthanded goal. So that has been changed. The 2nd goal still not changed, and we may not see that one get changed. I don't know. You can look at goalposts one of 2 ways. You can look at it as, well, the goaltender dealt with the angle perfectly so that the puck that got by him didn't get into the net. Goalie wins. Or you can look at it as, that puck beat the goalie, and if not for a fraction of a centimeter or a fraction of an inch, it would have been a goal. So depending on which direction you're looking at it from, this could just as easily be a 6-0 scoreline, or you can say, hey, Surratt did his job on those 3 times that the puck has hit iron behind him, and made sure that the puck wouldn't get on target, or wouldn't get in the target, I should say. 32 seconds left to go on the power play here. McKay gives to Murphy. Murphy down into the far corner to McClellan. McClellan trying to get away from Patrickin. Plays it past McLennan. Now gets it back again. Gives to Roach in the high slot. Roach couldn't get a shot away. Puck comes to Murphy. There's a shot. Kick saved by Surratt. McClellan back on it. McLennan almost intercepted the pass from McClellan. Now Murphy with it again. Penalty about to expire. Pass across for McClellan. McClellan picks it up off the corner. He's pushed off the puck by Patrickin. We're back to 5-on-5. Patrickin fires it around the wall. Murphy there to knock that down. Eisner with a second effort, not quite able to clear the zone. Paris now was able to carry the puck ahead as he gets a step on Harlow. And Paris takes it all the way down deep into the Buccaneers zone, takes a hit into the end boards. Puck comes around the wall to the near side for Roach, and now gets sent out to center. Anderson will carry it back in, fire a shot. That goes off McKay's stick up over the glass now to play, and we'll get a stoppage with 2:22 gone here in the third period. And the score 3-0 in favor of the Martello Buccaneers. And I said it at the opening. The Bucs based on their record, based on their goal differential, based on those numbers, are not necessarily a last place team. They just happen to have the fewest accumulated points in the league, partly because they've played the fewest number of games. Now we're going to get another penalty here, as Sims will go off for interference, so the Bucs will be shorthanded for the fourth time. 17:27 left to go. And we'll see what the Thunder can come up with here on their power play. There's a shot by Eisner, and I don't know if that one may have hit iron or not. It looked from up here like the puck did change directions. Couldn't tell whether it changed directions before it got to DeWolf, or because it hit DeWolf, or because it hit something behind DeWolf. I really couldn't see it because that shot had so much velocity on it. Couldn't tell. It was post. All right. My cameraman, Stephen McPhee, telling me it was post, so the iron strikes for both teams now. Uloth plays it back to Wyatt McDonald. And I'm just noticing now, I haven't said Ryan McDonald's name in quite a while. He is not on the bench. And he is not on the ice. I don't know where Ryan McDonald has gone. There's a shot and a save. And I don't recall seeing anything happen to Ryan McDonald of the Thunder. But I have not seen him on the ice in quite a while. And like I say, he is not down on the bench right now. As I look up and down the bench trying to find him. And he is not out on the ice right now. Daly tried to bring the puck in, but unfortunately for him, he had a teammate go in too early, so we'll get an offside against the Thunder. 27 seconds left in the power play. And just under 16 minutes left to go here in the third period. Speaking of which, period 3. There we go. Which leads to, once again, the reminder on the disclaimer: if what you see on your scoreboard on your screen does not match what we all know to be the correct numbers, whether it's the score or the period, it's because I haven't hit all the buttons I was supposed to hit. And I will find it eventually. And so it took me only 4.5 minutes into the third to actually show the scoreboard on the third, but minor detail. Langell takes the puck into the end boards. Vandenberg in there. McLennan. No, that's McClellan. That's, I am really sorry, folks. Murphy. There's a shot. Kick save by Surrett. Ludi picks up the puck. Another shot. That gets blocked by Cogger, and the puck goes down the length of the ice. DeWolf out of his net. Plays it around to the far wall where it'll be picked up by McKay. Quickly gets it ahead to McClellan. I've been having a real trouble with McClellan and McLennan tonight. Sometimes it's McNeil and McLean. Tonight it's McClellan and McLennan. McKay turns and shoots, and that one goes off a leg and into the near corner. Rogers stepping down from the point. Now played around to the far side. Patrickin will play it up to White. White gives to Dwaron. Dwaron getting a step, coming in, getting a shot away, save, rebound, following up, a whole crowd heading towards the net, but the puck is played away to the wall. Patrickin will send it down to the corner. Dwaron gives back to Patrickin. He'll take it right to the end boards, takes a bump there from Harlow. That allows Rogers to pick up the puck that becomes loose. And now Harlow. Harlow forced down into the corner by White. Puck comes up to... Haven't seen McAvoy in quite a while either. I see McAvoy on the bench. 13:18 left to go here in the third period. Sorry, I'm just realizing a few names that I haven't mentioned in a little bit in this game, and conspicuous by their absences. McAvoy is on the bench for the Buccaneers. But like I say, Ryan McDonald of the Thunder, we haven't called his name in quite a while, and he is not on the bench or on the ice, or not sure what happened with him. Now Reynolds gets taken into the boards by Vandenberg. Reynolds back on it. Around to the near side. Sims takes a bump from McCauley. Puck comes to the line to Burchell. Burchell fans on a shot. Puck ends up with McKay. McKay gets a shot off. And Surrett will make the save and hang on. 12:43 to go. And we're going to get another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And who's it going to go against? Everybody's sort of doing a bit of a who me. And it looks like it's Roach who's going to go off. So the Thunder will get another power play here. With 12:43 remaining. So if the Thunder can start to convert some of these power play opportunities, but in order to do that, they're going to have to solve Callum DeWolf, and that seems to be a little bit more of a challenge than just finding an opening, because DeWolf has been very, very solid tonight. Here's a pass over for McLennan. He gives to McCauley. Back to McLennan. Back to McCauley behind the net. McCauley tried to get a pass over. That's broken up. Now here's Thorne with it. Thorne will give to Eisner. To Patrickin. Patrickin's shot goes off of the stick of Ludi and way up high into the air. And like this would... There is obviously an issue as well with Dylan McAvoy, as McAvoy would be out there right now if as a pass back to the line from McCauley intended for McLennan, but McLennan had vacated the line and was heading towards the wall to try and be set up there. Now McLennan back on the puck. He'll get it ahead for Eisner. Eisner in across the line. Chance for McCauley. Save made. And we get a stoppage with 1:04 left to go in the penalty. 11:47 remaining here in the third period. Thorne will take this face-off against Lotherington. Lotherington scored the first goal of the game back in the first period on the power play. And Lotherington has had a great game tonight. He's been out there power plays. He's been out there penalty kills. He's scored a goal. He's had some nice defensive plays. He's forechecked hard. He's done, you want to check all the boxes. And Hayden Lotherington has certainly done that for the Bucs tonight. Here's Eisner with it now. He gives to Thorne. Henry Thorne in across the blue line. Trying to cut around Cowper. Burchell down into the corner as well. Burchell will come out of the corner. Plays the puck up the wall. Eisner knocks that down. Can't get it through the three Bucs who are all there blocking the passing lanes. And the puck comes back out to center. 14 seconds left in the penalty. McLennan. Ahead to Patrickin. Patrickin trying to set up Uloth. Uloth coming in. And another nice save made by DeWolf. And DeWolf very quietly has now stop 24 of 24. O'Neill can't reach that pass. Lotherington will get it. He'll play it back off the wall to Burchill. Burchill can't get it past McLennan. McLennan fires it down, and DeWolf tried to just set it up to keep the play going, but the referee blew it down very quickly, and so we'll get another stoppage. 10:25 remaining here in the third period, and the score 3-0 for the Martello Buccaneers. We're going to quickly take a look at what's ahead for each of these teams. We'll do that at the next stoppage in play. Wyatt McDonald fires it around the boards to Pugsley. He'll get it out to center. Rogers backing up with it, plays it ahead. Yusevovich in across the line. As I go through a second puberty at the age of 50. Across the line. Oh, Pugsley gets it ahead. Now down into the corner. Harlow takes a hit from Wyatt McDonald. Coming in to help out is McClellan of the Bucs. He's able to get away from Vandenberg. Harlow now gets some space down into the corner. McClellan taken off of the puck by Uloth, but Harlow comes in quickly to help out for the Bucs. He has it taken from him, and Vandenberg will reverse it around to the near side. O'Neill able to get to the puck and carry it out across the line, but then has it knocked off his stick in center ice. As the clock is not running, the clock hasn't been running for this whole sequence of play. Now they get it started. And again, like I said earlier, folks, I made the same comment about the stop button. You can press that start button sometimes 3 or 4 times before it actually responds. You think you've started the clock, but you actually haven't. And again, these guys are working with a clock they've never worked with before. So at the next stoppage in play, there will be a conversation with the officials. They'll figure out about how much time. I'm thinking about a minute. Maybe 50 seconds, maybe a minute, somewhere in there is about as Rogers knocks his man down, and then O'Neill knocks his man down, and now we get some more pushing and shoving after the whistle. And this is symptomatic of the fact that we've had a grand total of 30 minutes in penalties so far tonight. So while they sort out A, the penalties, and B, how much time should have come off the clock before or when it started late. And again, I don't think anybody in this building thinks those guys didn't start the clock on purpose. Nobody thinks that. It's just, it didn't start. They weren't aware of it. And that's the way, that happens sometimes. It looks like the extra penalty here is going to go against the Buccaneers. And they take 1 minute off the clock. So it goes from 9:39 to 8:39. So I said about a minute. It ends up being, or now they take another 11 seconds off. So they take it down to 8:28. So a minute and 11 seconds come off of the clock. Like I said, I thought somewhere around 50 seconds to a minute. They take it a little bit more than a minute. I don't think there's much. And again, nobody's saying they did it intentionally. Human error happens. Especially, like I said, when these guys are working with a clock that they've never worked with before. So it is going to stay 5-on-5. So these are coincidental penalties with now 8:28 remaining. And it looks like it is Roach and O'Neill who went off, I believe. And I think it's just 2 each for roughing. See if I can get confirmation of that. Yes, it is 2 each for roughing. Now here comes Ludi coming in. Ludi with a chance. And Surrett able to use the arm to make that save. Anderson trying to get away from the pressure. Anderson coming up the left wing now. Anderson takes it all the way down into the corner. Tries to center it. That goes off of Daly's leg. Puck goes out to center. Cogger plays it back in, and then the frustration of Hayden Dwaron as he sends the puck all the way down the ice, and that is where the faceoff will go on the intentional offside. And then we're down to 7:33 remaining here in the third period. Thorne couldn't find the puck in his feet. It's sent back in. Surrett settles it behind the net for Wyatt McDonald. He gets it ahead to McCauley. He returned to McDonald, who quickly plays it ahead to Pugsley. Pugsley now, nice little move, gets a shot away. And a nice blocker save by Callum DeWolf. Patrickin plays it off the wall. It ends up on Cowper's stick. Cowper able to get it back down into the Thunder zone. McDonald will wrap it around the wall. Held in at the line. Murphy works it down the boards into the corner. Burchill, he takes a bump from McDonald. Now into the near side corner. Patrickin will get there first. Flips it ahead. Try to get it to McCauley, but Reynolds knocked it down. Out to the front of the net for Burchill, but Surrett able to clear that one away. Now another chance that Surrett stops. Puck played around to the near side. McCauley loses it to Lotherington. His pass for Burchill, and it just goes through him. And now Pugsley to Patrickin. Patrickin gets it ahead to Thorne. Thorne with a shot, and Cowper blocks that one. McCauley goes and chases it down in the corner. Gets rubbed off the puck by Burchill. Pugsley plays it off the wall, trying to connect it back up with Thorne. Now we get some hands coming up. We're going to get another penalty against the Bucs when they touch the puck. Vandenberg, meanwhile, holds it in at the line. Surrett out for the extra attacker. Here's Pugsley to the front of the net, and McCauley scores! So not a special teams goal directly, but a goal scored 6-on-5 on a delayed penalty for Dawson McCauley puts the Thunder on the board. It's 3-1. And now this is strange. We'll get to that in a second, but first we'll tell you that Dawson McCauley ties Trent Uloth and Damon O'Neill for the team lead in goals as he gets his fourth goal of the season. And he ties Mathis George for the team lead in points with 8. Speaking of Mathis George, he's not in the lineup tonight. Haven't said George's name all night. So he's on the game sheet, but he hasn't been in the game all night. Mathis George, number 16. Haven't seen him at all. So, like I said, the Thunder. And so the penalty still goes up on the board. Okay. So it was going to be a 4-minute head contact penalty. So because it was going to be a 4-minute head contact penalty and the goal was scored on the delayed penalty, now just 2 minutes go on the clock on the penalty. So the first half of the double minor is negated by the goal 6-on-5, and so it becomes just a 2-minute power play for the Thunder. So the Thunder are on a power play, and they get the 6-on-5 goal. Dawson McCauley's goal, as mentioned, his fourth goal, and right now it's showing as an unassisted goal as the puck is cleared down the ice. And Yusevich gets to the puck first. He's taken into the boards by Paris. Now Vandenberg will carry it ahead. 1:04 left to go in the power play. Vandenberg gives to Uloth. Uloth trying to get it over for Eisner, but that's broken up. Now Paris will hold it in at the line. Gets it down to Eisner. Eisner looking short side and puts it off the outside of the net. McLennan gets taken into the boards by McKay. The net is empty for an extra attacker with 4.5 minutes left to go as the Thunder trail by 2. So it'll be 6-on-4 for 28 more seconds, and then the Thunder will continue to play 6-on-5 to try and get back. They're down by just 2. Here comes Dawson McCauley. McCauley stepping in. McCauley with a shot, and a huge save made there by DeWolf. McCauley right back on the puck again. 6-on-4 for 10 more seconds. There's a shot. That goes wide. Comes off the wall. McClellan and McLennan battle for it. Puck cleared down the ice, and it won't be an icing because there was that penalty in effect. So now we're back to 6-on-5 as the penalty has just expired. Here's Eisner with the puck. Eisner in across the blue line. Plays it around the wall. Cowper will get to it just ahead of McCauley. Langell ends up on the puck. Now it's sent down the ice. Race to get to it. Paris will get there before Lotherington. And Paris loses his footing, goes into the end boards heavily. He's slow to get up. Play goes on as the whistle does not blow. Now Langell fires the puck into the empty net. The Thunder try to argue that they should, and now Langell, as he celebrates his goal, gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Yeah. So Caden Paris went into the boards heavily, did not get up. While he was down, play carried on. The puck came to the line. A shot was taken by Aiden Langell, who then scored the empty net goal. And then Langell, as he was celebrating, takes a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and it's not up on the clock. All right. So the penalty will expire at 1:13 remaining. It is not up on the clock right now. It expires at 1:13 on the clock. As DeWolf makes the save. So now, okay. So we've had 5 goals in this game. 2 on the power play, 1 shorthanded, 1 even strength, 1 into an empty net. The only thing we're missing is a penalty shot goal, and the way this game has been officiated, we very well could see that in the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh my goodness. This is. Okay. His skate broke is what I'm being told here by my spotter beside me, Rose. Thank you very much for catching that. So it wasn't necessarily that he got hurt; it was that his skate broke, is why Paris couldn't get back up because the blade came off. Okay. Meanwhile, the Thunder have taken their timeout. The officials are over trying to make sure that the clock is. So the penalty should have 1 minute and 32 seconds left. 1:32 left in the penalty. 1:32 left in the penalty. What? Now they have. I am completely. No, it should be 1. There we go. 1:32. They got it on there. All right. And like I said, these guys, this is a clock they haven't worked with before. You have to cut them some slack. But at the same time, yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can. Surret is out of the net again. So it's 6-on-4 here. 2:37 left. 1:22 left in the power play. 4-1 is the score. Patrick plays the puck off the wall. McKay intercepts it. Takes it all the way down below his own net. And now coming away with it is McCauley. He has the power play goal for the Thunder. By the way, Aiden Langel's goal. Never did get to that part. Third goal, third point of the season. And now we're going to get another penalty to the Buccaneers. Oh, my God. Interference. Okay. And this penalty taken by Quinn Burchill for interference. So it's going to be 6-on-3 now for 55 seconds. Eisner, his shot. Save made. Puck comes to McLennan. He can't, McLennan. I am very sorry, folks. I'm completely losing my ability to follow what's going on, to speak the English language. So Burchill goes off for interference at 17:50. The penalty to Langell was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for the way he celebrated directly in front of the Thunder bench after he scored the empty net goal. There's a one-timer by McLennan, and came a little bit off the heel of his stick, so didn't have quite as much power on it. So a relatively easier save for Callum DeWolf. 31 seconds left in the 6-on-3. A minute 34 left in the second penalty, and a minute 44 left in the third period. Thunder just keep the puck onside. Great effort by Paris. Now there's a shot by Eisner. That goes wide, wraps around the board. Paris holds it in. Gives to Vandenberg. Vandenberg to Eisner. Shot, save, and no rebound to be had as DeWolf is able to gather it in. 13 seconds left now in the 6-on-3. 1:16 left in the second penalty. Puck comes back to the line to Vandenberg. There's a shot. Goes off a body into the end boards. Comes around the wall. Paris stepping up to it. First penalty has expired. It's now 6-on-4 for another minute. There's a shot. That's steered aside. And the puck goes around the boards and out. Rolling towards the net. Vandenberg has to get there in a hurry. And what a play by Daniel Vandenberg to prevent the first attempt at the goal, but can't stop the second one. And an empty net shorthanded goal with 56.4 seconds left to go means that we're looking at a 5-1 scoreline now, and that should pretty much do it. Ludi will get that goal. And for Ludi, that's his 5th goal and 8th point of the season, 2nd point on the night. So Surrett back into the net now to finish this off. And Aiden Langell gets his 2nd point as he assisted on the second empty net goal, scored the first one. Now there's Langell with another shot, and Surrett makes the save. 15 seconds left in the penalty. 25 seconds left to go in the third period. I had said that I was going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for each of these teams, and then we got distracted For the Bucs, they'll play at home tomorrow against the Cape Breton Jets. That game is going to be played over at the Spryfield Lions rink at 8:15 tomorrow night. For the Thunder, they are not in action again until next weekend at the Monktonian. Their next league game will not be until the 23rd. No, the 24th, when they visit the Dukes. That's going to do it for this one. The Martello Buccaneers get their second win of the season. They improve to 2-6. The Fundy Thunder fall to 6-1, 5-1 the final score. On behalf of my awesome cameraman, Stephen McPhee, and my spotter, Rose, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time. It is the Martello Buccaneers with a 5-1 victory over the hometown Fundy Thunder here from the Pictou County Wellness Center. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night.